Hello everyone and welcome inside the shoebox. We're at Penn High School for a JV boys basketball matchup between the Patriots and the Holy Ghost Birds. I'm Ray Dunn bringing you all the action here today for SFBN. We're about to get underway. Tip off within the next minute as Holy Ghost Prep has taken the floor and Penwood is breaking huddle. We'll bring you both games today. JV at 1 o'clock right now tipping off, and then at 2:30 it's the varsity game between these two programs. A doubleheader of basketball that you should definitely stick around to see. Patriots and Firebirds getting some non-conference action in here today, and Penwood wins the tip. Stephen Hopkins had it, gave it up Jaden Hinton. Hinton working it around to Akeem Pate, and the guards more than happy to work it up top. Donald Hairston and Jalen Saunders joining that starting five. Holy Ghost Prep doing a good job trapping in the corner. Nearly turns it over, but Penwood keeping with it. A lot of attempts down low for Hopkins. He'll get himself to the line. So again, the starters for Penwood: Stephen Hopkins, Jaden Hinton, Donald Hairston, Akeem Pate, and Jalen Saunders. On the other side for Holy Ghost Prep, Mark Tomasetti, Seamus McDermott, Dasani McNeely Bronson, Ian Hendricks, and Jason Brown. As that one's the first one. We'll go for Hopkins. Patriots are out to a 1-0 lead. Off on the second, and that board's brought in by McNeely Bronson. Long three on the way, it goes. That's a start. Seamus McDermott on the scoreboard, 3-1 in favor of the Firebirds. Both teams up in each other's faces defensively, a lot of pressure. And get a foul on that one. Now the Hinton trying to get something going up at the top of the key. He drives, kicks, fake there, and working towards the bucket once again is Hopkins. That one's sent back and out of bounds. Early afternoon basketball for these fellas, and they've come out with some considerable energy. We're going to get another foul called here. It's on number 3. We'll get Pate for his first. See, Holy Ghost Prep get into a half-court offense. Isolation on that side, chance to take it to the bucket, off the mark, offensive board, that hits the backboard. And now Pate has the ball and is working his way down the floor. Pate just out of control off of his leg, but it'll stick. It will stick with the Patriots. A little bit of physicality on the inbound. Ends up going out of bounds, and the Firebirds take it. Officials giving Pate some time to fix his shoe. Full court man-to-man work, and now driving. Shot off by Tomasetti. Penwood headed away. Hinton. Once again, little fake. The jumper, no good. Job by Donald Hairston getting in there for the rebound and keeping it alive for the Patriots. And if the ball's kicked around a little bit, it's going the other way. Holy Ghost Prep. This Hinton-Tomasetti matchup. making things difficult to get down the floor. And now from the other side for three again. Seamus McDermott, his second to three of the contest. In the early going, McDermott 6, the rest of the field 1. And an offensive foul on Hinton. Bring the first substitution of the game. Couple of changes for the Firebirds. Number 10, Matt Garlick, and number 42, Colin Lucas, into the game. Tomasetti, nice fake and good working on the bucket, just not able to get it to go. This one for three off the mark. Akeem Pate hears his coach saying slow down. Wisely gets it back to Jaden Hinton. The Patriots will try and respond. Tomasetti called for a foul. Hinton with it up top, trying to work his way, gets it to the corner. And Hairston just loses the handle. Able to go off on Holy Ghost Prep, so Penn will keep possession. As a cohort of Patriots head to a scorer's table to check in. Hairston once again, that one's going to go. Donald Hairston gets himself on the board with a quick deuce. Good aggressive defense there by Hopkins, able to deflect that one. A couple substitutions on both sides. Run through rotations here. Early season basketball seems odd to say in February. It's still early in the high school basketball season, but obviously pandemic has given a change in the schedule. It's just good to see the guys get out there and play some basketball. Working through rotations early on, getting everyone some experience. Tomasetti up with it up top. Off the foot of Lucas. Just swinging it around. Skip pass. Tomasetti had a bad feeling that Hairston was the one that deflected. Hinton got it. Now Hairston headed down the other way. He gets the call. And the inbounds play for Penwood. Couple of steps and an attempt at the bucket, nothing to go, and Holy Ghost Prep will take over. That was Hopkins attacking the basket. Hinton just dropped his hand in there, called for the foul. That's his second. 5 minutes into this first quarter. Tomasetti going to come out in favor of Noah McDermott. James Cahill kicking it to Lucas. Lucas to the bucket. Gets it to go. Good step through by Lucas. That's 2 for him. Holy Ghost Prep up 8-3. Now on the other end, attacking the bucket. Gets it to go. Romaria Kai. Way to draw the contact and finish that. Romaria Kai. 3 points the old-fashioned way with a little bit of style to it if he can finish off this free throw. And Kai's seen some playing time with varsity this season. Certainly has the ability to attack the basket. His put on display right there. On the other side, Lucas kicking it around. Gomlick, and that's a 2 for him. Matt Gomlick. Now from 3, Eddie Johnson on the scoreboard. The teams are trading buckets. James Cahill kicking out. Lucas. A lot of movement for this Firebirds offense, doing a good job keeping the ball moving. Purposeful dribble, quick to get it to their teammate. Cahill, now Lucas in the corner, back to McDermott. McDermott and Gomlick. Inside now, a double team coming, recognizes it. And now for 3, Gomlick got it. Matt Gomlick's up to 5 points now. A couple of good possessions in a row for him. Really good offensive work, just keep the defense moving by Holy Ghost Prep. There you get a foul called. Oh, number 32, that's Caden Beats. Excuse me, no, that was Jason Brown. Numbers mixed up on my chart down here. Apologize to Caden Dietz for giving him a foul that he did not commit. And Nicholas Robinson trying to make something happen. And I think they're getting him with the travel. I missed the official's call on that one. Tomasetti, good look down low, and it's finished off by number 12, Dan Raxness. Very good look by Tomasetti on the point for Holy Ghost Prep, and Okai has that one taken away. James Cahill heads to the bucket, stops, gets it to go. Holy Ghost Prep on a quick 7-0 run here, really extending this lead. Okai just trying to get it over midcourt. Robinson with it. Makes a move towards the bucket, kicks it to the corner, off the mark on the 3. Good board, good job boxing out, and McDermott's coming the other way. There's only 10 seconds left in the quarter. Holy Ghost Prep's got to realize that. Tomasetti took a quick look at the scoreboard now, trying to attack. Down to 2-1, he fires, that's short. And that is how the first quarter ran, 17-9 in favor of Holy Ghost Prep. We will be right back from Penn High School here on SFBN. Welcome back inside the shoebox at Penwood High School as the Patriots taking on the Firebirds of Holy Ghost Prep. First quarter, closely contested match for the majority of the first 6 minutes, and then Holy Ghost Prep went on a 7-0 run that extended their lead to 17-9. couple of impressive performances in the first quarter include Seamus McDermott knocked down 2 threes to get the scoring going for the Firebirds. And Matt Gomlick had 5 points for Holy Ghost Prep as well. And now on the other end, Boima Akai gets the layup to go. Good work in transition by the Patriots. 5 points now for Akai. Must have known I was trying to segue to talk about his first quarter. And collision, missed layup, and now a pull-up jumper. Knocks it down. Ian Hendricks is on the board. Nicholas Robinson controlling it up top. Got to make a move at some point, and he's going to get called for a 5-second violation. Tomasetti. Good job running the point. McDermott for 3, knocks it down again. Seamus McDermott, a sharpshooter so far, 3 for 3 on 3 opportunities. One just lost the handle. Eddie Johnson trying to make something happen. Oh, Hendricks has it. Tomasetti making a move towards the bucket. Can't quite finish it off. Robinson with the board. He's making a move. A good, clean swipe there by McDermott. McDermott looking up, finding Tomasetti. Just got too far down low, but the offensive board followed up Ian Hendricks. Finishing that one off with a lot of energy over on that Firebird side. It's 24-11. After 2.5 minutes have gone by in this second quarter. So taking a look at the box score so far. Seamus McDermott up to 9 points. Ian Hendricks up to 4. Matt Gomlick at 5. That's your leaders for Holy Ghost Prep. As for Penwood, Boyd Malachi up to 5 points. Eddie Johnson's got a 3 in there as well. Those are your leaders for the Patriots. It's been quite an energetic start to this game. Both these teams coming out very, very aggressive, especially defensively. That early on, really getting in the opponent's face. Holy Ghost Prep's taking a bit more in the second half, and second quarter, showing a bit more energy on the offensive and defensive end. As Penwood just making adjustments in the timeout. Don't want to let it get too far out of hand, too early in this one. Again, you're listening to Ray Dunn here on SFBN. Bringing this game at 1 o'clock and then the varsity game at 2:30. Hopkins to inbound. Akai bringing it up. Robinson trying to make a move, kicking it out. And now in the corner on the other side, Akai for 3 off the mark. Kelvin Crawford trying to get in there for the board. So that one went off of Holy Ghost Prep. Going to look at Kelvin Crawford, another one who's seen some varsity minutes for the Patriots this season. Let's say it's 6'7". This one off the mark, just short. Board pulled down by Hendricks. This Tomasetti Akai matchup is going to be fun to watch throughout the rest of this one. Two very talented lead guards for their teams. And this one out to the corner. Hendricks off the mark. Hopkins pulls down the boards on the move. The floater off the mark. Crawford establishing himself. Gets the board. Has it stripped out. Good job to pull down the board. Just brought the ball down. Big things I'll tell you. Big men keep that ball up high, especially at Crawford's size. They're going to have to foul you to get to it. We're going to get a foul here. Going to go on number 12, Dan Raxness. While Holy Ghost Prep does have the advantage on the scoreboard. They also have committed more fouls early on. Scoreboard has them at 18 fouls compared to Penwood's 3. And now Robinson at the line because of that. Off, but a good offensive board. Eddie Johnson attacking, being aggressive. And now down low, Kelvin Crawford drawing the foul, just working in the post. Crawford off on the first. And knocks down the second. The offensive board ends up getting Crawford to the line. And from that, 1 of 2 from the line. Hendricks, jumper, got it to go. Just looking for a little bit of space to get that shot off. He's up to 6 points. And certainly heat up here in this second quarter. Now Hinton. Hinton to the lane. Left-handed foot, could not get it to go. Board pulled down by Raxness. Noah McDermott with it. Good ball movement. McDermott. Todd getting called for the travel. Couple of substitutions on Holy Ghost Prep side. Of note, the difference in roster sizes for Holy Ghost Prep to Penwood in terms of players available for this JV game. Only 9 listed for Penwood compared to a healthy 16 for Holy Ghost Prep. And now Akai going to the bucket, gets it to go. Wilma Akai showing some strength through that finish. Seven points for him now as McDermott thought about a 3. Now kicking it around, Tomasetti out the wing. Headed towards the middle, the floater gets it to go. Tomasetti has himself on the board, set up a couple of buckets earlier. Now Hinton bringing the ball up for the Patriots. Crawford on the screen and hitting out to the corner. Kai for 3 short. And Crawford over the back. Tomasetti and Akai going back and forth. And now McDermott trying to get one to go just a little too strong. Eddie Johnson able to pull that one down and going to get a foul called on number 2. James Cahill, which is going to send Donald Hairston to the line. Front end of the 1-on-1, no good. Board pulled down by Jason Brown. Firebird moving quickly up the floor. Tomasetti looks to the corner. McNeely Bronson worked it around, and then an attempted pass between McDermott and Brown, not to be. Okay, trying to shake Tomasetti. Hairston working up top now. Crawford firing Akai can't finish. Crawford with the offensive board trying to put himself in position. Tries a turnaround floater, no good. And Tomasetti will slow it down for Holy Ghost Prep. Cahill with it. That one's coming down near me. Penwood will have it. Hopkins bringing the ball up. Met quickly by Seamus McDermott. We're going to get a foul called on McNeely Bronson. And Hairston will head to the line once again. This time for 2 shots. Off on the first. A little bit of free throw struggle so far for the Patriots. Again, one of those things we've talked about on this broadcast time and time again, just the difference with timing and practice and the amount of gym time you'll be able to have. Not able to practice free throws as much. Kelvin Crawford with the offensive board tries to get something to go off the mark on a putback. It's an empty trip there for Harrison at the line. Now on the other end, Hendricks working it down low. Brown using his body, not able to make it, but really good job sealing off, getting to the bucket and using his body to get in position. Now Hairston spinning, can't get the finish. Strong, aggressive play there. Akeem Pate fighting for that ball. Certainly some hustle points there for him. Driving all over the place, stripping that ball out from what looked like a clean board. And it results with an extra possession. Certainly the one to win your brownie points with the coach. One's off to Clark. Crawford fighting for the board, hand in there. Able to draw it loose. I don't know if they're going to get that out of bounds on Crawford. I think that's what they're going with. Just off on Crawford. Didn't know if they were going to go with the healthy push that Thomas Setti had sustained, and now they're going to get Pate for a push. So Hakeem Pate's up to 2 fouls. Less than a minute left in this half. Firebirds doubling up on the Patriots right now. A little bit of official conference. One thing that's changed this year in basketball with the masks, you can't really read lips as to what's happening. Called enough games, you get pretty good at reading lips, seeing what's going on with the officials. Can't do that this year. So I'm just as much in the dark as everyone else on that. And Pate making up for it with the turnover, tries to get it to Hairston, just moving too fast. Crawford stops him, show a little moment of just take that yourself, try and finish it for yourself there. 40 seconds on the scoreboard. And the full court press is back for Penwood. Tomasetti, good pass. Brown can't finish it. Crawford with the board. Hopkins coming the other way. Hopkins got his man in the corner. We'll just reset. Hairston trying to make something happen. Hairston just driving through traffic. And he'll turn that one over. 19.4 seconds for Holy Ghost Prep to make something happen before the half. And they're going to get a timeout for Holy Ghost Prep. Just couldn't, Thomas said he couldn't get himself free on that pressure. Now they got to draw something up. You would imagine some sort of screen to free up Tomasetti with the screener rolling, hoping that both switch on Tomasetti and just inbound the ball easily. But very far away from that hole, so I can't give you anything on that. I can give you an update on the leading scorers so far here tonight, or this afternoon. Jeez, running away with time here. McDermott up to 9 points. Hendricks up to 6 points. The two leaders on the Holy Ghost Prep side. As for Penwood, Akai up to 7 points. And Eddie Johnston has 3. 28-14. We march close to this halftime. Absolutely of note that early, still in the morning here, a lot of practice by a couple of Penwood players on the deep threes that would be end of quarter situations. They were messing around, but they did practice them quite a bit. So if they do get the ball back and a chance to make a long three, they have the practice. Saw it happen with my own eyes. We've got Tomasetti at the line. And I missed what made that happen. Tomasetti knocks that one down. Must have had a foul into that timeout, putting him in a 1-on-1 situation. So he knocks down both, extending the lead to 16, and now with less than 20 seconds left, Penwood's trying to make something happen. Okay, that one's just knocked away. Crawford now fighting for it. Time ticking down. We're under 10 seconds before we get a jump ball. And that one's going to go to Holy Ghost Prep. Just moving a little too quickly there for the Patriots. Results in the turnover. Bonlick to inbound. A little bit of confusion with who had possession. If you remember earlier, the Pate hustle play that got the ball back for Penn. They got this one correct. Tomasetti working his way down the floor, trying to get a floater to go, no good. Akai getting on top of it. Now to Robinson. Robinson's got to get it up. The bucket goes. They're going to say to count it. So a good job there at the end by Penwood of capitalizing on a board and a run in transition. The layup goes for Robinson. You can count that. He's got his first 2 points of the game, and that's what will send us to halftime. Here at Penwood High School, Holy Ghost Prep leads 30-16. We'll be back with second half action of this JV boys basketball game right here on SFBN. Welcome back inside Penwood High School as the Patriots play host to Holy Ghost Prep in some boys basketball action. JV game at halftime as we come out of the second half 30-16 in favor of the Firebirds. Which missed in the first half, some really good offensive work by Holy Ghost Prep, working it around. Some very nice half-court looks offensively, and that pushed them onto a run that really extended this lead and gave them the cushion they have right now. On Penwood's side, Bueno Akaya has played very well, up to 7 points. The lead guard for them is Jaden Hinton gets the inbound, and we're underway for the second half. And it's a doubleheader here on SFBN today. I'm Ray Dunn. I'll be taking you through the entire thing. We have JV basketball going on right now and varsity basketball coming your way after this one. Robinson to Hairston. Hairston spins, trying to make a move to the bucket. Can't quite get it to go. Rebound off the mark. Kelvin Crawford with it. Crawford kicking it out. Hinton not able to get the shot he wanted. And now Robinson in the corner. Drive into the bucket. And tipped away from him. Tomasetti with it now for Holy Ghost Prep. And he's done a good job as the lead guard. This one deflected in the air. McNeely Bronson with it. McNeely Bronson making a move to the bucket. Gets the 2 points. He's on the board. Dasani at McNeely Bronson. Actually made an incredible play in warm-ups. The ball was coming right towards all of our equipment. I looked up. The ball was coming right towards me. He was able to stop it and avoid knocking over our monitor and one of our cameras. So very appreciative to him as Akai in the corner now off the mark. Kevin Crawford able to get it. That one's taken away. That was Matt Gonlick, who had 5 points in the first half. Able to rip that ball away from Crawford. Now Tomasetti attacking the bucket and gets the foul call. 2 at the line for him coming up. Off on the first. Hinton, who got called for that foul, it's his third. He will check out. Tomasetti. Well, from that one, so an empty trip and offensive board. And now Jason Brown find himself at the free throw line. Able to draw contact. One of the absolutely most frustrating things in basketball. Empty trip for the other team, but an offensive board keeps it alive, and now Brown are going to put one through the hoop. A good trip to him at the line. He's got his first 2 of the contest. Okay. That's a pick from Crawford. Now he's going to attack out to the corner. This one's for 3. And Hairston knocks it down. Donald Hairston up to 5 points. Now on the other end, quick response off the mark. Crawford with the board. That foul is going to go against Brown. Jason Brown picks up a foul. And a little confusion with the substitution. Brown going to come out. Braxton is going to come in. And Akai. Trying to set up something similar with the Crawford screen, using his side to their advantage, and Akai attacking gets a foul. Will go against Tomasetti. Now Hairston with it under the bucket. Everything just rolling through Akai as he gets the inbound pass. Now Robinson with it on the wing, trying to make a move towards bucket. Akai, a deep three, and gets it to go. Up to double figures, 10 points for him, and now aggressive on the defensive end. Tomasetti trying to get some separation, gets the floater to go. He's up to 6. Quick response from him. It's the 2 lead guards taking charge for their teams right now. Robinson with it up top. Hairston kicking it to Hopkins. Hopkins to Akai. Hopkins out to Robinson. Hairston, excuse me, and Hairston gets the 2. Hendricks with a couple of mid-range jumpers has that one taken away. This time it is Robinson. Robinson going up and sent away. McNeely Bronson. Good work defensively on the fast break. Inbound play to Crawford. Crawford can't finish with the left. Hopkins trying to save it. It's going to go out of bounds. Got the look they wanted. One get up to Crawford. He's not able to finish. A good play here. Hopkins up in the hands of Akai, and Akai's going to finish that one off for 2. Good work. Stephen Hopkins was really able to tip that ball away and start the fast break. Akai able to finish it off. And now Hopkins playing defense on McDermott. This one out for 3. And Ian Hendricks up to 9 points on that bucket. Three on the other end. Short. Cahill trying to go in for that board. And they're going to get Hairston for a foul. Back and forth action here in the third quarter. Certainly a high energy in this one as Tomasetti has that one knocked away. And McDermott looking for a 3 of his own. Tomasetti just a little long. McNeely Bronson brought it down. Looking at a jump ball. Robinson in there fighting for it. Couple of substitutions. Colin Todd in for Holy Ghost Prep. Eddie Johnson coming in for Penwood. Calvin Crawford and McNeely Bronson both checking out. Now McDermott with it at the wing. Todd. This one fired away. Cahill off the mark. McDermott going to get it back. Tomasetti assesses and brings it out. Trying to work against his own McDermott. Tomasetti now sizing up a triple and knocks it down. Mark Tomasetti had 4 in the first half. That's 5 down the second half. That's a total of 9. And down low, Johnson gets the bucket. A good look and a good finish. And timeout for Penwood. They trail by 14. Trail by 14 coming into this quarter. Play it even with Holy Ghost Prep throughout. But they'll try and work on adjusting defensively. The Firebirds stretching them out on that last 3 by Tomasetti. Looking up and down the score box for these two teams. Tomasetti has 9, Seamus McDermott has 9, and Ian Hendricks has 9. Those 3 lead the Firebirds. As for Penwood, Boyma Akai is up to 12. Fallon Hairston up to 7. Those are your 2 leaders on the Patriots side. You can see right there, a little damp on the floor, trying to clean up. A couple of spills. Again, some high intensity from these two teams early on. Early afternoon basketball. You never know exactly what you're going to get. And teams are going to come out a little sluggish, or they're going to come out firing away. And both these two teams came out with a ton of energy from the jump and have kept it going. Holy Ghost Prep, larger roster than Penwood, so able to sub out a little bit more often. Believe I heard delay of game coming from the officials on that one with the cleanup. Tomasetti trying to break the press. Nice job if they were able to cleanly hand that one off. Still works out Tomasetti to the bucket. Good defensive work to keep him away from finishing that one off, and really clean press break. Ends up working out anyways for Holy Ghost Prep. This one fired away long off the mark. Robinson collided with Hopkins. He'll end up with it. Hopkins. Robinson attacking, trying to get square the bucket, not able to finish. Tomasetti slowing things down. Hopkins out to challenge. Dish out Cahill. That was to Lucas, and now in the corner, a good look. I get the foul, but a really good job by Waxness right there, driving and kicking it to his teammate, Jason Brown, to send him to the line. Brown 2 of 2, an earlier trip this quarter. And we'll go with the old broadcaster jinx on that one. He's off on the first. He's off on the second. An empty trip for him. Hairston now with it, bringing it up for Penwood. Patriots trying to move quickly. Gets it up on the bucket and follow and gets it to go. Following up on the miss, and a chance for one more at the line. Hairston certainly brought the energy in this third quarter. Now up to 8 points in the corner and into double figures. 10 points for him. Again, this match with Akai and Tomasetti. Akai going to get the best of him this time. On the break, finishing with his left, just can't do it. Tomasetti with the board. These are two quick guards, two physical guards. Done a great job leading their teams, and Akai, a couple of solid defensive possessions for him. And now Hopkins with it, trying to step his way through the lane. Not able to. Cahill gonna bring it out. You can see the energy on the Patriots bench, a couple of good defensive possessions in a row. Less than 30 seconds left in this quarter. And again, stick around after this one. It's the varsity game between these two squads. Nice to get the stream up for the JV team tonight. Interesting to see the game planning here, where you take the air out of the ball for 10 seconds here and try and make the last shot, or you attack. (42-31). Colin Lucas to inbound for Holy Ghost Prep. They've got just under 25 seconds to make something happen in this third quarter. Thomas Setti trying to make something happen. Under 15. Akai and him going back and forth all throughout this one. And this one nearly whipped away by Hairston. Now we're going to get a jump ball. Robinson able to grab onto that. And Penwood going to have the ball with 6 seconds left in this quarter. I mentioned at the end of the half, they were practicing their long threes before the game, well early into warm-ups. We're trying it from well beyond the arc. If we get a heave here, they've got a bit of practice. And Akai just attacking downhill, trying to make sure they don't get a heave. And I said that one went out on him. Down to 1.4 seconds on the clock. And get to Tomasetti. And then he'll protect his shooting percentage and take us to the fourth quarter. We're going to wrap this one up in the next quarter. Holy Ghost Prep right now leading 42-31. We'll be right back here on SFBN. Back in action here in the fourth quarter. I'm Ray Dunn bringing this game from Penwood High School. McDermott going to get another triple to go. Seamus McDermott, three-pointers in the first half, a fourth three-pointer right there for him in total. He's up to 12 points. We're just catching up with Holy Ghost Prep leading this one out 45-31. Had a 14-point advantage at the half. And pretty good quarter by Penwood, especially picking up on the defensive end. Okay, a jump ball. Hopkins, Harrison, and Hendricks all in on that ball. Robinson with it up top. Hopkins headed to the hoop. Ball stripped away. And Raxton's going to have it. Gives up to Tomasetti. He is going to create a lane for himself just off the mark. Good move to get to the bucket. Just couldn't quite finish. Now Robinson going the other way. Looking at an offensive foul on him. Hendricks, a couple of good jumpers in the first half, now trying to work his way to the bucket and gets that one to go. Ian Hendricks up to 11. Now Kyle on the other side for Penwood. Robinson thinking about it. Hopkins to Crawford. Crawford quickly gets doubled. Ball nearly taken away, and now out to the corner, just short. Hairston attacking over with a foul on Hendricks. Substitutions Coming in for Holy Ghost Prep and Penwood. James Cahill, Matt Gomlick, both in for Holy Ghost Prep. As Crawford trying to attack, saves it. Good job on his part. Hairston going towards the bucket. That'll be a foul. And he'll head to the line. Wrapping up substitution, Jaden Hinton came into the game for Penwood. Hairston's been active in this second half. Total 10 points, 8 of them in that third quarter. No shot on that one. Clarifying things. Bailed out of the miss, and now gets 2 more. Just a little long on the first. Corrects it this time and knocks it down. 1 of 2 at the line for Hairston, and now coming the other way is Hendricks. Cahill. Gomlick. Brown. Trying to work it back to Brown. Maxness was looking for him, just a little bit behind him. And Penwood will take over. Hinton bringing it up for the Patriots. Drives and kicks. Hopkins sizing up a 3 and gets it to go. Stephen Hopkins with his first field goal of the game, up to 4 points. Cutting the deficit to 12. Good defensive play there by Hairston, and Robinson trying to bring it down. Good look to Hairston, and a solid defensive play. James Cahill right into the breadbasket, swiping that away out of bounds. Hopkins. Robinson gets the pick from Crawford. He's going to attack. Good step through, and Crawford just using his size there. 3 points now for Crawford, and the deficit's only 10. So a little bit of run here by Penwood in this fourth quarter. Hendricks firing away off the mark. And a little bit of a miscommunication. Hinton and Crawford colliding. That ball goes out of bounds on the Patriots. Firebirds with possession. So again, it was a stretch at the end of the first quarter and the start of the second quarter that really gave this gap to Holy Ghost Prep. Otherwise, throughout most of this game, these two teams went back and forth. We have an injury down on the other side. I believe that's Crawford being attended to. Collision made under the bucket. Crawford up on his own power. You see it walking through your screen. Crawford will get checked out at the table. As for the action, there he goes, Prep with it now. Tomasetti controlling it up top. Hendricks double teamed, able to split it after he loses it. And Brown just off his fingertips. Tomasetti went up top to Jason Brown, who wasn't able to come down with it. Just under 4 minutes left. Penwood on a bit of a run. Playing some solid defense and turning it into offense. Akai sizing up a triple off the mark. No good. Eddie Johnson was in there trying to grab it. Cahill pulls down the board for Holy Ghost Prep, and Tomasetti now trying to make something happen for his squad. And Tomasetti to the bucket. We got a whistle. Couple of substitutions Foul was called on Penwood. Now McDermott, chance to third inbounding. Then you get back to him in the corner. Great play design off the mark. He's hit from that corner a couple times. And now to the corner, Akai getting it to Robinson. Nearly dribbled it out of bounds, now trying to reverse it the other way. And Cahill able to get to it. Then Akai gonna get it. We're gonna whistle on Cahill. Akai trying to make something happen. To 12 points. Robinson with it at the wing. Robinson, good move to get separation and follows his own miss. Look, Robinson up to 4 points, and the deficit all of a sudden is only 8. Tomasetti driving, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Holy Ghost Prep. Only an 8-point difference. And off the mark is Brown. Johnson able to get it. Hopkins controlling now for Penwood. Firing to Akai. Akai, the jumper, gets it to go. Only a 6-point game as we're under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. With Akai up to 14 points and a great look. Jason Brown with the response. Seamus McDermott, who's been known for his scoring in this one, with a good dish to his teammate, and extends the lead back to 8. Hopkins, Robinson up top. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins drives, the shot off the mark. Cahill tips it around, it ends up in McDermott's hands, and now back to Tomasetti. Hopkins will try and defend it, and gets him to fall and misses the layup. Able to get the turnover. Now Tomasetti worked it to McDermott, now to Brown. Brown using his size. And good work by Jason Brown, up to 6 points, and leads back to 10. Well, a couple of opportunities missed for Penwood, and Robinson stepping into a long-range triple. And all of a sudden, it's a 7-point game. We're under 90 seconds left. Robinson's shown some range, been more of a slasher so far in this game. 51-44. For those of you who haven't been with us throughout this entire game, been again back and forth through most of it. It was a stretch there at the end of the first quarter into the beginning of the second quarter. Holy Ghost Prep, really solid job in the half-court offense, working the ball around, was able to extend the lead. They used some good defensive possessions in a row and strung together some quality offensive looks. 7-0 run at the end of the first quarter and extended that into the second quarter. That was the separation. That 7-0 run right now, room's kind of large as it's a 7-point lead for the Firebirds. And for the Firebirds, the stars of the show, Seamus McDermott with 12 points on 4 3-pointers. Ian Hendricks up to 11 points. Mark Tomasetti's been running the show, up to 9 points, a couple of nice passes in there as well. On the other side, Wilma Akai has been his counterpart as the lead guard for Penwood. He's up to 14. Donald Hairston so having a solid afternoon, up to 11 points. It comes down to this, pulling out the full court press. Hendricks guarded by Hairston. Hairston trying to just get in front of him, working himself into the wing. That ball is loose, that ball's taken away. And coming down the other end, Robinson off the mark, misses the layup, tipped out of bounds. 1 minute, 7 seconds. 7-point lead for Holy Ghost Prep, as Penwood has an opportunity. They got what they wanted. They used the sideline as the extra defender, came with the trap, got the turnover. And Akai firing just short. Brown going to get the board. Tomasetti working with it. Gets to McNeely Brunson. Back to Tomasetti. And now it becomes trying to dribble this one out. McDermott, Tomasetti, under 50 seconds. McDermott working around. Tomasetti now with it up in the top corner to McDermott. A lot of time ticking away here. Now we'll get a foul. Scoreboard shows 37.5 seconds, a 7-point lead for the Firebirds. McDermott been a good shooter throughout this one. Off the mark on the first. Again, broadcaster Jinx got him there. Hairston with the board. Bengals way to the hoop, not able to finish. That one's going to stay with Penwood. So still a 7-point lead, under 30 seconds now. Penwood needs to answer quickly. Kai at the three-point arc, firing away off the mark, coming down towards me. Take the ball right. That'll be the most athletic thing I do all weekend. Catch that basketball. Guy just short on that shot. Raxness going to inbound it. Gets it to Tomasetti. Tomasetti, guarded by Kai. They try to bring the double. Hopkins not able to get it. Raxness now working it towards the corner, and we got a foul. 17.8 seconds left. Noah McDermott to the line. Be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Knocks that one down, so Noah McDermott on the scoreboard. His first point. An 8-point lead with under 20 seconds left. Chances looking slim for the Patriots. Now it's a 9-point lead. Good work by Noah McDermott at the line to knock both those down. And now Robinson coming down the other way. Pulling up for three. Doesn't get the roll he wants. Brown with the board. Cahill. Now McNeely Bronson just going to dribble this one out. And for the JV portion of this doubleheader, the game goes to Holy Ghost Prep. 53-44 is your final from Penwood High School for this JV boys basketball matchup. We'll be back here on SFBN coming up real shortly with the varsity portion of this doubleheader. I'm Ray Dunn. I'll be taking you through that again. But for the first game, Holy Ghost Prep wins this one 53-44. You've been tuned into SFBN. We will talk to you real soon. Hello everyone and welcome inside Penwood High School. Temperatures getting colder outside, but the boys basketball season is heating up here as the Patriots play host to Holy Ghost Prep in a non-league matchup on this Saturday afternoon. I'm Ray Dunn. You are tuned in to SFBN. We're going to get some high-quality hoops. If you have been tuned in all day, you caught the JV game, and if the ending of the JV game is anything like what we're going to expect from this varsity game, you're going to want to be tuned in for this entire matchup. Yeah, it's the Patriots of Penwood taking the floor right now. As you see your starters, Abdullah Dublin, Samir Messenberg, Naeem Purnell, Makai Shillingsford, and Siro Kenneth. On the other side, for Holy Ghost Prep, Ryan O'Hara about to take the tip. Leo High, Jack McDermott. Taking a look at Shane Riley as well. And then number 13, Dylan Sheed. So we'll get the tip off underway and the Patriots win it. That's Kenneth getting out to Massenberg. Massenberg kicking it out. And there's a bucket for Makai Shillingsford to get the scoring going. And with that, I'll welcome in Rob Cody to the broadcast. How are we today?
Glad to be here. Always good to catch a little Penn basketball on a Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely.
And that was Shillingsford. He's growing. We talked about the last time that he's got to get tougher in the lane, so he was a little strong with that move there.
He has shown quite a bit of growth over the few games I've been here, as this one's for three and rattles around and goes down. Shane Riley opening up the scoring for Holy Ghost Prep.
Holy Ghost Prep always does a really good job, and one of my worst coaching losses in my first year was the Holy Ghost Prep. But they really move the ball and they run their offense.
How about that three for Sarah Kenneth? Trading threes back and forth between the teams, but yes, this Holy Ghost Prep team coming off a really good season a year ago, 24-5. They won the Bicentennial Athletic League. This year playing independent of the league, still able to compete in districts and in states.
They're trying to, like, the new college experiment here, going independent, which we got them on the schedule, so we'll probably have them most years from now on.
That one off mark pulled down by Shillingsford, but yes, interesting in that, and building out an entire schedule. You can play who you want, when you want.
Yeah, they kind of fit into our mode. We don't have a big league, so whoa, there goes another one from downtown.
Naeem Purnell. Early offense here for the Patriots, and the Holy Ghost Prep trying to respond. Riley for three, gets it to go.
I like the tempo. It's kind of a Penwood pace, but Holy Ghost Prep got two good open looks there.
Back and forth, and I said in the opening of the broadcast, if this game's anything like the ending of the JV game, we're in for some high intensity, some fun basketball.
Unfortunately, I was doing some technical things, so I caught the very end, which wasn't good for Penwood, but hopefully we'll get a good finish here.
It was a good run that got them into that game at the end, and then unfortunately a couple missed opportunities for the Patriots, sunk them, and let the Firebirds come out on top.
And I really like to go in just on, as we're playing through this COVID basketball, it's a really good opportunity for our young guys to play and for our seniors to get some look as well. So it's definitely been a trying process. So hopefully we'll grow in this.
A good look. Finishing that one off. Sheed going to get 2 points for him.
Quick start.
And both teams trying to get going offensively. Massenberg out to Dublin. Dublin knocks down the triple.
And that's what he does. He's a knockdown open shooter. Look like he's playing himself back into shape over there. And he's a guy we need to get going to keep our offense going if we can keep this pace up.
When he gets an open look and can really get through his rhythm, everyone looks like it's going in from him. Holy Ghost Prep working around O'Hara, kicking out to Riley. Riley's already got a pair of threes. O'Hara passing up the shot, kicks it out to three, and that's good. Jack McDermott.
We're seeing the ball go in the basket here today.
I'm all for it. Give me all the buckets. For those of you who tuned into the JV game, Seamus McDermott had 4 threes. Jack getting himself a 3 right there. Massenberg falling down, and now Kenneth being taken out by the knees a little bit there by McDermott. Both guys going after the ball, excuse me. And now Massenberg being trolled up top. Purnell, Kenneth, and now Dublin trying to make something happen. Purnell firing away off the mark. Jonesburg fighting for it down low, able to get that one to go off of O'Hara.
I think Jonesburg, when he gets that, he just got to realize that he's got to have a bigger motor. You know what I mean? Once he gets that motor playing at that big-time varsity level, he could be a different player.
Massenberg kicking this one out. Off the mark from 3 from Purnell, and now coming the other way. Riley able to grab that ball and ends up getting tipped around and going in. I'll give that bucket to number 13, Dylan Sheed, his second.
You watch the tempo from the point guard. He's really confident with the ball. He gets him out in transition out of the zone, and they're getting open looks, and that's what they're trying to do.
Massenberg pulling up for a long 2 off the front of the rim. Dublin able to get to it. And these two teams getting really good looks at the bucket early. Kenneth, Purnell. Purnell trying to spin. Knocked away, but able to get it back. Now this one from beyond. Kenneth able to get that one to get his second 3.
You know, he was a guy last year I thought that really could be a more impactful player. I like to see him shooting the ball here. I think that gym time has helped him, but I always start with his length and his ability to make shots. He can spread the floor, and obviously we're playing without Jerry Flynn, who kind of does more of the creation with the ball. But, you know, he's a guy that can do those things that today's basketball players do, stretch the floor and be athletic on defense.
In terms of stretching the floor so far in this game, the 3s flying off from both sides. Is this what you expect coming into the matchup?
No, but it's always good to see the ball go in. You know, it's just, you know, I think the hard part when you're talking about having average teams to good teams to great teams, the really great teams know how to make shots. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The good teams can make some shots and their defense can carry them through, and that's what I'm looking at these guys to do. I want to see them become better defensively and then see them to be able to make, you know, kick out, good open jump shots. Matt runs a good system for them, so if they can take care of the ball on offense, they'll be a pretty good team.
A lot of shoot around early when I got here today. I was joking at the JV press, or JV game, excuse me, if they were going to need to take a late 3 1/4, they would have practice from distance because they're pulling up from well downtown, getting loose earlier.
We busy these days, so we can't get the shooting machine out the same.
O'Hara now with it, mid-range jumper short off the front of the rim, offensive board. That one's going to be
with a foul there.
Sent away by Bullard. You said it, not me, as we'll get a foul on the other end. Massenberg attacking the bucket, and he'll head to the line.
So if you watch what Penn did, we came out the timeout, we went into our full court pressure, which was zone, dropped into a 2-3, and make our length to make them a shooter. They did get the offensive rebound. They got hacked and missed the layup, but we were able to turn that into transition, and this is where Massenberg can actually be a better player for us, is getting ball in transition and putting pressure on the defense to get back.
Massenberg really been able to attack downhill. A couple of games I've seen him this year. Can maximize that. We'll go a long way for this Patriots squad as he knocks down the first. And the second. Good trip to him.
So for him. We're in like a 1-2-1 here. Take that foul there, but it was in the right situation there. Get a trap a little bit quicker.
Get Massenberg for his first. Now back off into the 2-3. Offensively, we look for that 1-3-1 to try and beat that. And working into O'Hara is going to be key. They're looking for him, not able to get it to him.
Well, the goal should be to change these guys into jump shooters with a hand in the face. And good. There's a turnover.
Kenneth, good takeaway. Massenberg headed to the bucket off the mark. This one tipped out of bounds. Says on Bullard.
Got exactly what we were looking for there. Got a turnover out of the zone because we're not giving up and matching up with the shooters on the angles, and pushed it out in the transition to Massenberg like we just talked about. Just couldn't convert it into a basket.
Now we'll see more of that press you were talking about.
So first was the 1-2-1-1. Now we're the 2-2-1, which he came up before. See if we can get a trap on the sideline.
Wisely backing that one out. As Riley was thinking about going up the sideline. Trap was waiting. Now Riley has it at the wing. Works in O'Hara. O'Hara down low. Back out to Riley for three. Got it. His third three is really going.
Did a good job. Didn't force themselves into a quick shot. Then they got the ball into the middle of the zone, dropped it down, and then kicked it back out for a three. Great offense there.
Now Kenneth working it down low. Bullard out open on the wing off the mark. One rebound and pulled in. Akai getting it, and now how about the start here?
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, this guy has decent basketball ahead of him. I think a lot of these guys, they're young, and they got good basketball ahead of them.
19-16.
I think for Penn to win this game's got to hit the 70s, so they're on that mark right now.
Riley, another open look off the mark. Kenneth trying to get it, saves it from going out of bounds off his hands. And going the other way is Pennell. Pennell finding Dublin wide open, just long.
Gotta have your best shooter take that shot, but I would like to see us maybe hold for the last one.
And now with 40 seconds left, we have to Holy Ghost Prep see if they want to do the same. That one's just off the hands, and Kenneth going to get it, slowing it down, working it to Purnell. 25 seconds. Kenneth again up top. Making sure that this ends up being the last possession, nearly turning it over there. Mackay going to get to it. Dublin, and with 10 seconds, they can afford to settle down and turns it over. That's Chris Cater with it. Working it to O'Hara. O'Hara out to the corner. This is Graham for three. He got it at the buzzer, and we're knotted up after one. 19-19 after the buzzer, beating three. What a first quarter of action here at the Shoebox Penwood High School. We'll be right back on SFBN with the second quarter. Welcome back inside Penwood High School. It's the Patriots taking on Holy Ghost Prep. An exciting first quarter there. I'm Ray Dunn, joined by Rap Curry. And Rap, what'd you see in that action? Back and forth, a lot of energy from these two squads.
So the first good thing as we see is that Penwood made shots, and that's what we've been looking at the game so far. They've been a little bit hard to make shots. Hard part about it is Holy Ghost made hot shots too, so it's a 19-19 game.
And in terms of the second quarter, all knotted up. Teams were playing pretty even. What are you seeing the advantage here for the Patriots to move ahead?
Well, we'll see what the first couple minutes will look like. If they can have the pressure, they had three trips in the last minute where we had turnovers or a quick shot that could have stretched the lead to 5 or 6. So if they can get a good start here, it'll help them out.
Pressure, Massenberg really playing up in the face of McDermott. Now a three-pointer on the way off the mark. Schillingsford going to get the board. Massenberg now with it. Working it out to the wing. This one's going to be passed right off the leg of McDermott. McDermott headed towards the bench, not able to get to it, out of bounds, but a real good effort by him trying to track down that loose ball.
Gets his hands on a lot of things. He's in a lot of different places of the game, tracking down the ball. He's winning the loose ball battle right now. Massenberg
surveying, working his way towards a Schillingsford screen. Not able to find him on the roll, and this one tipped, trying to get it to Shillingsford. Riley with it. He was the star for Holy Ghost Prep in the first quarter, and he's going to get that layup to go. Little collision down low. Forward and Dublin. Riley now up to 11 points.
Well, you see the continuity of the offense. Tony Chapman likes to have them run things through. You're seeing a lot of back cuts. They're trying to challenge Penwood on the overplays. And what you saw with him is reading the option and getting the back cut and getting the easy basket.
Now from the corner, that one goes. A three-pointer. Boiler Okai, who had himself a good JV game, knocks down the triple and gives the Patriots the lead. Now McDermott trying to make something happen, kicking it around. McDermott again. You mentioned Tony Chapman closing in on 900 wins.
Hey, listen, when it comes to coaches, he's one of the good ones. And you watch him get all his teams to compete, and there you see their big man stepping out and knocking down a three-pointer, which is going to make it stretch out the game. So, I mean, a good start by both teams to start out this second quarter.
That was Ryan O'Coolahan for three. As Shillingsford working down low and getting the deuce.
Hey, he must be watching the films a little bit. Heard me talking about his post move. Established position and got in there with a little body contact and a little soft hook.
Certainly more physical and early going for him. Speaking of physicality, these two teams playing each other strong but not fouling so far. We had a solid first quarter in terms of just keeping away from contact. As Riley losing control of that one. Patriots take over.
Officials are letting them play a little bit as well. If you see going down on the offensive end, Penn was running like a two-stack high. They're trying to challenge them to play off the guy coming off the screen and roll and to kick it out to the corners, but they're looking inside. If you saw 2 drives ago, we had a direct pass, so that's where young guys got to learn to make a good bounce pass around a defender instead of a chest-level pass there, and that set would have worked. Now they're running what I think is like the form of their 60 offense. Look at that back cut.
Bowler just off the mark on it. Muscles his way to a finish. That's 2 for him.
Tough kid from out the neighborhood, came up playing YA basketball, still here representing the school district. We appreciate having him. He's doing his job here today.
Riley, deep 3 off the mark. Shillingsford board. Dublin coming up the floor.
Need a basket here.
Headed towards the bucket. Gets a foul call on the floor. Go on, Chris Cada.
I see a lot of bent over guys. We'll see if we can keep the pace up.
You start looking at the scoreboard, seeing how close halftime is.
Everybody wants a little piece of the bucket, so we'll see if we can keep the pace going on direction. But we need one here to get this to 4 or 5.
This one going out to Bowler, playing like a wide receiver there, making that catch. Dublin headed towards the bucket, and that's an offensive foul.
That's the part of his game he's got to work on. He's just not real creative with the ball. And when you get in the space, you got to turn that into a jump stop, pull-up jumper, not a leaning runner into the lane for a basket. Just maturity.
Just getting out, and he's got plenty of room to grow. Still a couple more years here with the program. McDermott controlling up top. Working around. O'Hara, this one back out to McDermott, knocks it down.
McDermott's really controlling this game. As a point guard, I'm watching the game from a point guard level, and I think we're getting decent play from that, but McDermott is really controlling the game, tempo-wise.
This one off the mark from the corner. McDermott has it. Finds Riley. Riley going towards the bucket, a foul. I think we're going to get on the line.
Same exact thing for Holy Ghost Prep. Got Penn with a kick into a quick jumper. The jumper's been going down. And what they do, they pressure the ball, get in the lane, and free throws are just as good as layups if you can make them.
Absolutely. Riley off to a hot start here. 11 points for him. Chance for 2 more at the line. Discussion going on over at the scorer's table.
Yeah, not sure what the delay is. Angie's over here sitting with us, so it must not be an injury.
I was saying earlier on the JV broadcast that I got really good at reading lips over the past couple of years doing broadcasts, and now All that work went right out the window. I can't tell you what's happening from the officials by reading lips anymore.
I happened to turn on an NBA game last night, and they were actually commentating from home.
Oh boy!
So they couldn't get the the sideline information that you get when you're at the press box, and they were trying to make it work.
Certainly an interesting night in the NBA last night with Kevin Durant, all the news there, and Nets playing the Sixers tonight.
Yeah, this afternoon I think. I'm hoping that the rest of my life doesn't block me getting at least a half of that game.
All right, they knock it down the free throw. Kyrie, KD out. Appears to see the Sixers sit and B. Then you get the Simmons-Harden matchup, and you can answer a lot of questions that people have had.
I was definitely one of the few people who did not want that trade to go through. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll tell you about my idea of the Sixers in a few trips.
All right, sounds good. As for what's happening on the floor, Kai with it. Got a turnover there. He had a really solid game in the JV game. Very much pressuring the ball. Good job going back and forth. Him and Mark Tomasetti from Holy Ghost Prep, the two lead guards for these teams, were engaged in a battle throughout. Good look.
Who brings McDermott in? He just plays like a senior out there.
McDermott is a senior, and he's got it right now. O'Hara, good look across the court. Riley going to pull up for two. Gets it to go.
Tough bucket. Waiting to see the first team that can get to like a 6-7 point lead and what that does to the other team. So let's see what this last 3:27 will look like.
Dublin sizing up a triple off the rim. We got a foul call. I think they're getting Shillings for that one. They are. Riley good on the inbound. Pressure coming from Purnell. Kai trying to bother McDermott.
Got to have a hand up in his face at all times. He just used the floor too well.
Now here comes McDermott, working through some contact, not going to get it to go, but good job keeping that one alive. O'Hara from the free throw line gets it. We'll get a timeout. Discuss some things. While they discuss, we will discuss. Holy Ghost Prep on a bit of a run here. What are you doing to slow down their attack?
Well, me personally, I like trapping. Obviously, Matt was one of my assistants here, and he was assistant with Clyde Jones, and I definitely like trapping. I would not like McDermott to control the basketball. I want to see if they have a second guy. They brought in the guard off the bench, and I'd like to see if he can handle the pressure. It's hard to do in this environment because your kids aren't in shape, really. But if we could pick up the pressure, and I'm seeing us bending over a little bit, we went from 19 points in the first quarter to 26 right now, so we've only scored 7 while they scored 13. So I want to see if we can kind of force them out of their offense a little bit.
And in doing so on the other end, get that offense jump-started. What are you expecting the Patriots to come out and do right here?
Listen, I played for a Penn team. We averaged, probably about high 80s. Wow. And one of the things you have to do is you got to get to the free throw line. And I tell all great scorers, if you have a great scorer, he gets to the free throw line 8 to 12 times a night. You watching B play, we're talking about the Sixers, free throw line.
Kenneth with it up top. Dublin now got it. Into the corner of Kai. Working it back out to Dublin, working it around. Purnell. Kenneth.
Somebody's got to get in the lane here to force that defense into a help position.
Swinging it around. Now Dublin going to try and make a move. Brings it back out. Kai. Purnell. Inside. Kenneth. Fouled. Keep that one on the floor.
So it was very clear that Coach Lindemann came back out and said he wanted to get the ball inside. And once again, we established the foul. Still only the 4th foul of the game, so I'm not sure we can get to the 1-and-1, but he definitely made a choice to get the ball inside there.
Working around to find the best angle of getting it there. And they ended up getting a foul on Aiden Graham. Shellingsford got up top. Now Dublin with it, waiting for Kenneth to make a move. Purnell looking to go from deep. That's short. O'Hara with the board.
Just wasn't quite patient enough.
O'Reilly with it. This one coming right into the corner. Dylan Sheed with it. And O'Hara working his way to the bucket. Spin, floater, got it.
That's his maturity. That's his difference right there. Drive into a spot, get the guy moving a little bit sideways, turn around with a little reverse hook shot. That's how you work it in the gym.
The senior showing his years of basketball there.
And here's that 7-8 point lead that I was talking about earlier. Now what can Penn do to get a bucket?
Dublin to Kai in the corner, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Dublin again.
So that's the same thing I was talking about the charge earlier. You got to get to a jump stop, and then you find that kick out there, or you shoot the little 8-footer. Right there, the 8-footer would have been good for us.
And Bullard coming into the game will replace Dublin. Riley to inbound. And as we tick down near a minute, 8-point advantage for Holy Ghost Prep. Back into the zone.
There's a 1-3-1 zone there. This is to take the ball out of Montgomery's hand a little bit. Now, I don't think he's in the game.
Skip past Riley in the corner.
I'm in favor of this right now. This is going to allow him to hold it down and maybe get the last shot.
Swinging around. They hold the advantage.
I would cheat
Sheed with it.
There you go, cheat that.
Not really getting a hand on that. Riley a little bit out of control. Oh, they're able to recover. Under 20 seconds now. Graham with it. Sheed.
Got to keep the ball at the middle of the floor.
And Sheed into the corner. Now up top, Kenneth gets it. In the last 10 seconds, Kenneth on the break. Finishes it off. That's 2. Lead is now only 6. Got to get one going. Oh, so close. There from Aiden Graham. His Holy Ghost Prep squad will have the lead as we head to half 34-28. We'll be back from Penwood High School for the second half here on SFBN.
We're going to come back and talk about the Sixers too.
Welcome back inside Penwood High School. I'm Ray Dunn, joined by Rap Curry. We're bringing you the Patriots and Holy Ghost Prep. First half action, Holy Ghost Prep holding a 34-28 lead after that, and we're going to wrap up the doubleheader with the second half coming up right here, right now. But that's for that first half. For those who missed it, Rap, what can you tell us about it?
I think that Penn came out with the right pace. I think Holy Ghost Prep made the right adjustments. They got really good guard play, and they're making shots. I think you got to keep them playing at that pace. I'd like to see McDermott handle the ball a little bit less. I think that could change the game for Penwood, and we're going to have to continue to make some shots. So we went from 19 points to 28 points, only 9 points in that quarter. I think they have to be in the 70 range to win this ball game.
Well, you're going to see the adjustments that Penwood made right away as Kenneth firing away and gets the triple to go.
Hey, right on cue. This is what I wanted to see, and now Holy Ghost is full court pressure. Let's see if we can keep the ball from McDermott.
Coming down the other way, Liam High. O'Hara with it, spin, McDermott. And now Sheen with it, gets it to Riley. Riley's the star of the first half, gets that High off the mark. Massenberg with it now. Kenneth, who hit the three to start this half, is up to 12 points on 4 threes. He really...
That was the heat check.
And we're going to get a foul. That's on O'Hara.
So Penwood came out with the right energy right there. And let's see if we can push the score a little bit closer. Need a bucket here and try to get their defensive pressure back up.
Massenberg pulling it up top. And to Shillingsford. Shillingsford trying to make something happen. Dublin. O'Hara just tipping that one away. Dublin trying to attack. And here comes Massenberg. They get fancy with the finish. Now Sheed with it, running right into Dublin. O'Hara pulling up for 2, off the mark.
Got to get it down the court, try to get an easy one.
Massenberg to Kenneth.
Good kick, good swing.
Now, off the mark.
Good hustle, we'll take that foul.
Over the top for Kenneth. Like you said, we'll take that one. The effort certainly there for the Patriots. Energetic start.
So we were talking about creating your own energy. You see the benches clapping, and the energy was up. This is what's got to happen to kind of change the tempo of the game. Holy Ghost Prep play has been playing like a 1-2 matchup zone and not really playing it man-to-man, so they're shading those inside looks. And we got to see if Penn can get the ball in transition and get a couple layups off of their defense.
You mentioned creating your own energy. It is kind of eerie and quiet when you hear the basketball drop. Just the two of us talking, basketball dropping, and some occasional yelling from each side.
Well, one of the advantages we have with the shoot box is you get a couple hundred people, this thing is rocking, let alone we get a full house. So, you know, those things add to the energy of the game.
Good job contesting there from Shillingsford. And Purnell down the other way just has his pass tipped by McDermott, and Riley will come up with it. Riley coming around the screen, kicks out to McDermott. Works his way inside and kicks it back out to Riley. I think that might have hit a wire up there, nonetheless.
We got lucky with a miss there. We need another stop to get in transition again.
Sheed running into a double team. Kenneth, good play on his part. Massenberg going up, trying to finish the contact, and he does. He'll have the chance to tie the game at the line.
Now, one of the hardest things, if you're a traditional Penwood guy, we've had one thing. We might not have always had shooters, but we've had guards that can get in the lane. This team is more of a possession, swing the ball, knock down open shots. They don't have many people get in the lane. Massenberg's like the only one, and that's the challenge for them right now. They don't get those easy opportunities in transition.
A complete, real-fashioned three-point play. Tie this game up. But, he's shown flashes so far this season, being able to really get downhill and get to the bucket. You're right, this team definitely a bit more on the outside as Purnell trying to get to that ball.
Well, you see what's happened is McDermott has only been in control of making the pass for an assist, but there goes another kick out of the swing.
And that one's a triple for number 4, Tyler Schmidt, getting himself on the scoreboard. Massenberg as Schmidt takes that one away. Fast break now. Riley, open lane, finishes with the left hand.
Got the game timed up and then bad possession and 2 turnovers and back down 5.
Imagine that Riley's scoring average is going to go up after this afternoon's contest. Schillingsford working into a double. And they're going to get him for a foul.
Not a fan of that call right there, but you just show when you got a big guy who's posting a little too high. We should have had to cut a little sooner, and then maybe he could have gotten to the post a little bit with 2 dribbles instead of 4 or 5.
Now the press going on for Penwood. And the setup Schillingsford better. You're looking for them to just push him further down, just get him closer to the block.
Well, they're taking away. He's got to seal better to get post-ups inside the paint. And because we're not getting those inside looks at the moment, we haven't really had to penetrate the kick quite the same way. So we'll see if we can, with substitution change, we got guys that are a little more active. We see if we can get in the lane a little bit easier.
Well, coming in is Akai and Bullward. As Dublin and Schillingsford check out. Massenberg controlling it.
So we went a little smaller. See if Matt's going to try to pressure with a ball pressure a little bit more.
Massenberg out to the corner. Akai. Purnell trying to look inside the Bullward. Kenneth Massenberg thought about it, now driving. Massenberg into the lane, pass tipped out. We're going to get a foul called on Schmidt. Senior been all over the floor so far in this third quarter.
You know, one of the things that I've been trying to explain to our kids is sometimes you just got to bull your way into the lane and try to get fouls. We got to get this team into like a 5-foul limit before we get into the fourth quarter so the one-on-ones are possible. But these are the things a good point guard would see and try to figure out how to make it happen.
Massenberg, good look down low. Bullward tried to catch it with one hand. Knocked out of bounds.
That was a great look. Bullward does a good job moving without the ball. It was a tough catch. He should have caught that and put it in for a layup. Get the reward for the effort.
Ball will stay with the Patriots. Deep pass to Massenberg. McDermott thought about jumping at that one. Massenberg picking up his dribble early there. Bullward, though, going to get it. And we're going to get an offensive foul on him. And I don't know if you can hear over the broadcast, but we can certainly hear the 2 words jump and stop being repeated over and over.
Well, you have to recognize when you have a team that doesn't have a shot blocker, what are they going to do? They're going to take charges. So this is what Holy Ghost Prep is doing. They're challenging you to shoot the ball and get in the lane.
They're going to get Massenberg for a reach. Chris Cada is headed downhill with that. Mention getting to 5 fouls for Penwood. On the other side right now, they have 5 fouls.
Doesn't seem like that was right, but let's see what happens there.
O'Hara with it to Riley. Play a little 2-man game with them. Also from Riley again himself into the paint. Just a little out of control as he tries to get that one to go off the rim. Purnell now with it. Schillingsford thought about it, pass not strong enough and taken away. Cada not able to get the left-handed layup to go and was knocked out, I believe, by Schmidt, and Penwood will have it. both offenses slowed down a bit here, a little stagnant, getting buckets. Holy Ghost Prep's had some good looks off of turnovers.
Angie, can you tell Rory to make sure Abdullah gets his match?
And Purnell with it. Dublin. Work his way towards the bucket. Schmidt able to take that one away. Holy Ghost Prep was running there for a second. Now goes to scramble to get the ball, and it's going to end up in the hands of Dublin. That's an easy two.
I wasn't sure we were going to get it off the effort there, but there's Coach Matt pressure, and I like to see this get a trap here. That ball out of McDermott's hands.
McDermott giving it to O'Hara. Back to McDermott. Akai able to reach into the breadbasket there. And he'll draw a foul on McDermott, so a turnover for Holy Ghost Prep.
16 foul.
Some discussion going on, I believe, with the team fouls. Don't know if they got to their resolution, but regardless, we'll play on here. Under a minute and a half left in the third. Schillingsford going to work down low. Can't quite finish. Bullard fighting for the board, and it's going to stay here. Going to get Schmidt for the foul.
Well, Penn has got themselves into the 1-on-1 position. Now you got to make free throws, right? This is how you can change the game a little bit. I thought this was the 7th foul. Maybe that was the 6th foul.
I think they've had a little bit of confusion on the scoreboard as to where they've assigned fouls.
Okay.
I think that's what they were discussing right now, the official and Lindenbaum, excuse me, having the conversation about what's going on, and a turnover here leads to a quick foul on the other end. We get 2 free throws.
But that's one of the sets that we run all the time on the out of bounds. Obviously that was scouted.
Mm-hmm.
They switched out on it and had the other guy switch to it. Something should have been open in the lane, but this is where you got to present yourself, see how the defense is playing, and get it open. Instead, we get a turnover, and now they're in position to make the free throws here.
It's off on the first. Little high. Senior forward. Looking to get himself on the scoreboard. Mentioned earlier in this game, Tony Chapman at 895 wins currently for a career that spanned 43 seasons at Holy Ghost Prep. Looking to become the 6th coach in Pennsylvania history to get to that 900 win mark.
Pretty impressive.
For the Penwood faithful out there, we hope he doesn't get anywhere closer today, though. Is Dublin trying to get that jumper to go? No can do, but O'Hara's foot was on the line.
Shot was a little quick. I understand him trying to get a bucket there. But they really could have took a little more time there.
That ball goes right into the back of Schmidt. Now going the other way. She has that one ripped right out of his hands. I'll stay with Holy Ghost Prep. Another turnover on the inbounds.
Yeah, and once again, that's a second turnover out of an out-of-bounds set. So you're taking away your opportunity for a scoring underneath the basket and letting them go into a turnover situation.
Schmidt inbounding. Turnover for Holy Ghost Prep. Just a little bit out of my eyesight.
You get those long arms flopping at you on the wing sometimes and you're not confident. You take an extra step or two.
Purnell with it. Going down Schillingsford. Schillingsford, real good job getting himself a layup, and the lead is down to 2 for Holy Ghost Prep.
See, they're just not as smooth with the ball without Montgomery and McDermott in there to handle things. Good
Driving miss, offensive board put back, no good. And it's going to be Kenneth getting it out as we're running out of time here, trying to get to Dublin for three, off the mark. Exciting end of that quarter. It saw Penwood work its way closer. We've got a tight contest as we head towards the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here with it on SFBN. Welcome back inside Penn High School as the Patriots trail Holy Ghost Prep 40-38 as we prepare for the fourth quarter. I'm Ray Don, joined by Rap Curry. And Rap, what are you expecting from the Patriots here as they try and get back in the lead?
Well, you see they switched the tempo to more of a full-court man-to-man pressure. I would still like to see them trap a little bit, but you see when they don't have McDermott handling the ball, they're able to get them out of rhythm. So I just like to see if we can make him go left and make him get turnovers.
McDermott, they turn that one over there. Able to get it back as Makai had it there and was trying to get it to Purnell. O'Hara holding on to it now for Holy Ghost Prep. Kenneth, who's been active all game, forcing that one out of his hands. So far, Firebirds are able to react on the loose balls. His first possession. McDermott, headed by Akai. And now this one for three. Coolahan, his second three of the game.
Once again, a little draw by McDermott, kick out, keep the ball out of his hands. Guy made a deep shot under a little bit of pressure.
Massenberg getting it to Kenneth. Massenberg surveying, calling something out. And now attacking, working his way to the rim, gets the foul call.
And those are there all day. Those are there all day. They're playing show and help. You got to make them collapse hard and put them in that charge situation. You either got to step in there and take that charge like they have been, or you got to force them into, which you can force them into free throws if you are correct with your ball movement and skill building.
Massenberg now 4 of 4 from the line. Total is 6 points for him.
Big free throws here.
This one off the mark. Riley will get to it. McDermott.
There goes the trap.
Doubled up, it got to O'Hara. Now Riley with it. Riley's been the offensive star. Now Coolahan off the mark. Purnell to Massenberg. Massenberg moving up and down the floor, going towards the lane. We're going to get a foul call on the floor.
That's what I love to see.
And that's the aggressiveness they're going to need coming down the stretch here. You mentioned wanting to get them in foul trouble. Now they've got the fouls, I believe, corrected up on the board. We'll get a timeout.
Good timeout by Tony Chapman. So if you watch the last play, they trap McDermott up top, force the ball into somebody else. They got a nice little open shot, but that guy shooting that free throw line shot, easy enough shot. Can't be mad at it, but that's what Penn wanted. We got the ball out in transition because they didn't have the same court balance. And then back to the free throw line for Massenberg. Now, I might have jinxed him on the last one. But if he can make 2 here, get it down to 1 possession game, you get another stop, then you can get into the lead. If you can get in that lead position to see if Holy Ghost Prep, who was obviously well coached, can feel a little bit of the pressure of you just being in the lead at that point in time.
And you mentioned a good timeout from Tony Chapman. If you're in that huddle right now and you can see that Penwood's really been able to play well in the second half against what you're doing. What are you making adjustment-wise?
What I'm going to do is either I'm going to have McDermott bring the ball up or let somebody else bring the ball up that they might not trap, then have him get the off ball in the front court and call the offense then. So a lot of times the point guard brings the ball up court trying to call the offense, but when you're getting trapped, it's a little hard to do. You kind of get forced into a freelance game, and that's what he's trying to prevent this time down. Be anxious to see what he does.
Well, now Massenberg to the line. That's that one to go. We'll do it all over again.
Shout out to Angie, who's had a long day today. Started off with wrestling, and we had a wrestling match last night. And now we're here for a game.
I love it. Keep him busy. Keep him busy.
Sports keeps us working.
And nearly taken away, but instead it's going to be a good break on the press. Tyler Schmidt gets the bucket. He's up to 5.
2 chances to get that game to 2 points or maybe tied. And now that was a quick shot out of that one by Kenneth. Need a stop.
Graham with it. O'Hara. O'Hara's done a good job helping out the guards in this game, as now Graham's going to get a run at the bucket. That's sent back. Schillingsford protecting the rim.
It's nice to be big when you can get around there and put your paws on it, just let them know it's not to be played within the lane.
He thought he got around the corner on him, and Schillingsford reminded him of the difference in wingspan.
Sometimes as guards we feel like we got the angle, but then the long arms come and change things around.
Riley with it. Graham. She back to Graham. Into the corner. Now O'Hara. Holy Ghost Prep more than content to work it around, work some time, and get the best possible shot. Riley for 3. Rolls in and out, but O'Hara able to get good positioning and put it back for 2. A 7-point advantage for the Firebirds, and that's a crushing offensive board.
You don't get 895 wins without being able to make adjustments in the timeout. And if you watch, they came down, they got a good set right after the timeout. Then they came back down here. Really, that came out of their offense where the guy screens, the guy popping back out to the wing, got a wide open look. Should have probably went down, but it came out in the position for the rebounder because Penwood's defense was a little out of position.
So now trailing by 7. Obviously still got 5 minutes. You're not pressing as much right now in terms of, pressing in nerves, but what are you thinking in that Penwood huddle right now?
So if you're looking from my perspective, we had 19 points in the first quarter. So we've only had 20 points since then. So my goal is really try to keep this game into a 1 possession. If I can get this down to a 1 possession game, can I then take the lead? So now it's 7. He got a good timeout. Can he come down here, right, and Matt get the team to run an offensive set, get a layup or free throws, and put us in position to apply some full court pressure, but without giving up a layup.
Defense chant coming from the other bench. Penwood trying to make something happen. Massenberg to double and back to Massenberg. They're trying to get it to Kenneth. In and out of his hands. That one's going to go off the leg of Sheed.
Now as we hear the other team chanting defense, I want to give a shout out to my cheerleaders who are not with us right now during this time of the season. We miss your presence here at the games and hope to see you back sooner than expected.
A lot of the in-game experience just feels different, feels odd as this one out of play. And we had a little bit of a talk at halftime about playing in empty gyms, empty arenas. I think you were firmly against it.
This has always been a tough place for people to come in and win. And for a team like Holy Ghost Prep to come in and win, play well, we know they would play well, but then they have to deal with the fans and the pressure of playing in the shoebox. It's a little different than normal.
And we cannot wait until fans are back, until sports continue as we know. Holy Ghost Prep. Riley with it. O'Hara. Now Schmidt. It's out Riley. Riley thinking about it. Schmidt now taking it to the bucket. Met there by Schillingsford. Schillingsford absorbed some contact. Now the other way. Massenberg tried to get the finish, couldn't. But it's okay because Dublin was able to clean up after that.
Bad foul.
Cornell trying to get something. Five-point advantage for the Firebirds.
Got to stop there, but really let Holy Ghost Prep take a lot of time out. See right now what they do if they can try to stretch out the man-to-man again.
O'Hara controlling up top. Seeing O'Hara wear a lot of hats in this offense. Is Riley coming downhill, kicking it out to the corner. Holy Ghost Prep resetting there for a second. Graham with it. Graham to the corner. Schmidt firing away. That one's deflected. Massenberg.
Need a basket. Need a basket.
That one short by Kenneth. And 4 threes in this game already, off the mark on that one. And now Riley going to try and get something going. Taken away by Kenneth. Now Massenberg working up the floor. Dublin able to finish the layup, and it's a 3-point game. We have a timeout. Holy Ghost Prep.
What we got, right? 47, 46, or 46?
47-44. Score right now. 3:03 on the scoreboard. Both teams going to be in the bonus as of the next foul on Penwood.
They're trying to chase back that lead and that pressure. You're going to pick up a couple fouls there, which is fine. You want to be able to now, with 3 minutes to go, if you do have to foul, you want to send them the free throw for 1-and-1. I think we're back in right around that 1-point possession. This game has hovered between 2 and 3, and then Holy Ghost Prep will respond and get it to 6 or 7. So once again, another timeout by the 895 winning coach, and we're going to see what he's going to try to come up here and bring out of this timeout situation.
In terms of what I've been watching, one thing I think that, and I want your opinion on this for Penwood, is run a set to get Dublin open on the wing and Dublin open in the corner. Get him a long-range shot. You haven't seen him really get a clean look in a while.
You know, it's a tough spot right now because he's really not the primary guy, but because of where our team is right now, he is. So, you know, you want him to get shots in the offense. You really don't want to force him into shots. We just need to really swing the ball around and take whatever shot they give us. Layups, free throws, whatever is a good situation.
We got a press working here. Holy Ghost Prep. Going to try and break it. McDermott passing it in.
Can't let him get it back.
Dublin's going to be tasked with covering him. Now Trap coming towards him. He's able to work around it. Riley firing away from 3. That's short. And a foul called. They're going to get Ryan O'Hara fighting for the board. Gets called for the foul.
That's a home cooking foul there. I definitely think there was a shove in there a little bit, but you know, I like guys to be tough and strong, but it really would have given up a rebound and probably a layup there if we didn't get the foul call. So now he's got to make it happen on this end and bring this game closer to a 1-point possession.
Kenneth up to 12 points, now at 13. The first 12 came exclusively on threes. Now within 2 points, chance to cut the lead in half with his free throw. And he does.
All right, here we go.
47-46, buckle up. We're headed for a roller coaster finish here.
See what we've been doing is trapping McDermott in the half court.
Graham with it now, really, like you had said, keeping the ball out of McDermott's hands. Don't let him create anything to beat you. Graham with it inside, now out to Coulihan. Off the mark, O'Hara tips it away. He's able to get to it and get it out to McDermott.
That's a tough rebound there.
McDermott out to Graham. Graham firing away. O'Hara doing more work down low. His foot's going to be on the line, and it's going to go back to the Patriots.
Oh, I love the home cooking by the officials here.
We're going to get a timeout from Penwood. And oh my, they've worked their way back this second half. Now down a point with the ball. What are you scheming up?
Well, what I'm doing the same thing that Matt's been doing. He's just been trying to get them good shots down the stretch. But if you see what we've been doing, we're living from the free throw line, right? So the goal here is, can I get the ball in the lane? Not a three-pointer unless they give me a wide open one. I'm trying to get in the lane, see if I can get fouled, get to the free throw line, set up the pressure. Pressure in the half court has been trapping McDermott once he crosses half court, making somebody else make a play. So we're going to see if Penn can execute here. We need a good play off of this. Off of we got free throws here, right? Free throws.
No, they're coming in from
out of bounds, full court.
Out of bounds, full court. As you can see on your screen right there, if you really squint, you might be able to make out what's being talked about and what's being drawn up for this play.
I'd be interesting. I know Tony Chapman really doesn't impress much, but I'd have been interesting to see if he comes out. It looks like they're going back into their zone once again, but he's going to stick with that unless they lose the lead.
Five you're seeing on the floor for Penwood: Dublin, Bullward, Kenneth, Massenberg, and Purnell.
So now we know we've watched a couple of these games, and they've lost games close to the Chichester down the stretch. And we're going to see what's going to happen here. If we can execute a play, create the offense.
Kenneth to Purnell. Purnell, Massenberg. Massenberg. All right, work his way around. He gets that ball taken away. That one's taken away by Sheed. Sheed has it. Out to Schmidt. And now Holy Ghost Prep just going to try and get the best shot. A little break on the ball from Bullward to no avail. Good move there by Sheed. Going to get himself some space. Goes up in the air. Ball knocked away. And now the turnover for Penwood.
Slow down.
Kenneth able to come up with it. Massenberg working at the Dublin. Back to Kenneth.
There it is.
To Purnell for three. Off the mark short. Back to him for three again. He got it. And Penwood takes the lead.
Get the ball out of McDermott's hands here.
And McDermott and his team down two. Just over a minute left. Riley out to McDermott. McDermott thinks about it now, driving. Schmidt. We're going to get a timeout from Tony Chapman. And my, oh my, how the tables have turned.
Well, what we talked about is them having to take a wide open three. And so he got one, and he bricked it back to himself. It was like a horseplay there, and he gets to take it, but he was confident enough to take the second one.
Yep.
And really had enough guard there to knock it down. So now, can you play a stop without fouling here, right? Can't give up a three because you don't want to give the lead back up. So you got to make that guy who's going in the lane, he's got to become a scorer, but you can't foul him in there.
Right. A little more bend in the knees on Purnell's second three. First one came up a little short, but that's right now. And as they get closer to the bucket, you don't want to bank on your team scoring another point. But as he's getting close to the bucket, and you see him, are you putting the hands up and taking a step back to avoid that contact just in case? Because you don't want to give them a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, you just don't want to give them the lead back here. So if they tie you up and then you got to come down and execute a play, see what happens then.
Right.
But we want to see them have to make a shot on the move in the lane, which they've missed a few. And then you got to get that rebound. And then you got to make free throws and run a good set.
It's the inbounds play coming from the sideline.
We have got a newer young coach in Matt Lindeman, gets a veteran head coach who can come up with the possession here to help their team win.
Right now, Crouhan working it out, Cater. O'Hara, McDermott. McDermott spinning, kicking. That's Cater back out to him. O'Hara with it. Kick out. Crouhan knocks down the triple. And Holy Ghost Prep is in the lead again. Massenberg bringing it up. 30 seconds remain here at the shoebox. Kenneth with it. looking for something. Massenberg at the wing, under 20 seconds. Playing for the last possession here in Dublin. Back out to Massenberg. Schillingsford going to try and set a screen for Dublin. And we're going to get a timeout with less than 10 seconds left. You said a little late there. Where would you look for the timeout?
Well, I like the idea of coming down to see what you had to do, but there was nobody really showing that confident leadership, like this is where I want to get the ball. This is winning time, right? So this is my opportunity to get one-on-one, get in the lane, get my shot over somebody. So now he's got to try to find a set to do it. It means they have to execute it off the first pass. So they got to get the ball in clean, make a good screen, have somebody get in the lane, and then somebody's going to have to make a shot. And
going into the lane, are you looking for, not necessarily fishing for contact, but looking to get in the lane, try and get in close shot, some contact, or are you more jump shot here?
Truthfully, I really feel like you can't really look for the contact. If you can get it, you got to make a bucket here. You know, we did exactly what I said we shouldn't do, which was give up the three and give the lead back.
Right. So
now you have to focus on scoring. So this is where he's probably going to try to get the ball to Dublin, see if he can score, or may a kick out for Purnell or Kenneth, a jumper to win it.
Well, this is all you can ask for. The last 10 seconds, a one-point game and a chance to win. I imagine that every single player on the floor has run this scenario out in the playground multiple times in their life.
Well, this is how in the practices happen, right?
And we're going to get a timeout from their side. Tony Chapman want to see what they come out in.
Yep. Good coaching. Take a look at it. Size up what to do. But, I mean, they've been pretty consistent with their matchup zone, and they've been switching off of that, which is what they're going to do. The question is, do you try to get inside for a layup in the basket for Schillingsford, or do you try to get a kick out to Dublin and pass out to Purnell for a wide-open jumper? I see it more for the wide-open jumper.
Okay. I'm a fan of the jumper. That'd be my go-to. Glad to see we're on the same page for that one.
I was trying to get you to shoot some jumpers earlier, but
listen, I'm glad that you saw that I had a little bit of skill in me just by passing it around.
Yeah, I saw you showing your ball player game, but you wouldn't take off your dress coat and shoot some jumpers for us, right? Sam and I were over here trying to get you to shake some jumpers, but you backed out.
You'd see the jumper and you'd immediately be like, we need someone new talking basketball. This guy's got no clue.
I would say the same thing, but I got the title up there, or not the title, but I got about 1,500 points up there in 3 years. So.
All right, Kenneth working into Massenberg. Massenberg to the lane, trying to get some contact, and he will.
And that's what you were talking about, trying to get in the lane and get the contact.
Now Massenberg going to the line. That'd be more my style, go downhill, especially in high school, get aggressive. Now Massenberg with less than 4 seconds left. You can hear the Reddit bench going crazy, trying to distract him, and he gets the first to go. We're all knotted up. Now a chance for a lead at the line. It's been good from the line so far in this one. That's where all but 2 of his points have come from.
All right, don't talk him out of it.
And Massenberg off the front of the rim. Schmidt, you're going to get a timeout.
You talked him out of that one.
I tried to set the stage for him. Holy Ghost prep with less than 3 seconds left. We'll have the ball from the baseline. And now how are you drawing up a quick look?
Obviously he's going to have something that he has planned and he's worked on. So he's going to try to execute that. With this type of season and how much film you're getting to see, it's interesting. You would go out and get your own scouts of the games, but probably today's, with the climate and people not getting the games, you're watching it off of YouTube like everybody's watching us, right? So I would just sit here and think about on the Penwood side, you want somebody pressuring the ball so they don't have a clean look for it, and you're just trying to take away a wide-open jumper on the sideline or at the top of the key.
And how are you setting up defensively?
Man to man, I'm trying to force the guy to go backwards to get the ball. So I don't want them to pass the ball moving forward in the possession, running forward. I want to make McDermott to come backwards. him turning around is going to take a second, and that's going to make him have to probably jack one up.
And in terms of on ball, the inbounder, are you going on ball the inbounder, or are you sending that defender deep to avoid anyone going over the top?
I personally will be putting Kenneth on the ball myself, trying to get him to pressure the ball, but it looks like they're not. They're going to look like they're going to try to stretch everything.
Look like Shillingsford's going to be the deep man.
I've watched too many of those Duke highlights, so I pressure the ball.
And McDermott now with an opportunity, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Massenberg just broke on the ball.
That was close to a possible foul there.
Coming in from the sideline, Schmidt will inbound it. 0.4 of a second on the clock. Got a quick substitution. Lindsay coming in. And she checking out.
They're going to try to lob this thing to the lane. The more athletic guy in there, lob it to the lane.
And this one's going to Lindsay. It's just over and out. Good job by Kenneth protecting the bucket on that one. Gonna have a conference here. Celebration on Holy Ghost Prep side. Say nothing doing on that. I think that was the proper call, as we're now at 50, and we'll get some free basketball.
Well, you know, I'm anxious to see if they try to hit the backboard on purpose. That's what usually you try to lob it into a big guy, see if he can get it and put the ball back in. But using the backboard, it actually gave them time to get the shot up. So it's tough to call a foul with 0.4 seconds there. You don't really want to end the game that way.
But it'd be one thing if O'Hara was really under control as he was coming to the bucket. He had kind of grabbed it and was going up quickly.
Yeah, that would have been a tough game to swallow here on a Saturday afternoon. Over here we are, Saturday afternoon, in the shoebox, watching the 5th period as it's up on the board. So now I told you I was against the Harden trade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna tell you that I think Ben Simmons, you know, his best basketball is ahead of us, and I think it's hard for a player who can't score to be dominant. But I think when he hits that, and people are going to be disappointed, when he hits that 30 mark and his body's telling him he's got to shoot some jumpers, he'll be a little different player. So if power forward is playing really well, so he's scoring a lot of points. And so we need somebody who can defend and shoot.
So my concern on Simmons reaching the potential, and I think it's all there, is that you need someone who's maximizing the team right now. That's where I land on the Harden thing, because I think you're getting the prime of Embiid right now. And I think that to maximize the chance of the championship, yeah, we might get a couple less 50-win seasons down the line, but I would go for this. But let's get to the basketball on the floor right now. Massenberg trying to early, gets blocked. We have 4 minutes for an overtime.
I thought they were going to steal the lead there off the tip. That would have helped them out a bunch. And now they got to lean on their defense again.
Now she with it up top, guarded by Dublin. O'Hara, back to she. They go run at the bucket, we're going to get a foul. It's going on Massenberg.
The game's been different since McDermott hasn't been dictating the pace as much. Their shots have been a lot tougher on the offense, so see if they can take advantage of this one. This should be a 1-and-1, I believe.
The first is off. Board by UM High, though. And we got to play it down. I believe that's O'Hara. Hard fall to the wood. He's up, and they'll substitute him out. Oh, no, he'll stay in the game. I thought that was for sure going to be him. Tough kid right there.
Trying to keep him in. It's hard in this day and time right now with the concussion protocols not to have people lead the floor. But Tony Chapman wanted him in and got a sub for another guy.
McDermott with it now. Kicking it around. Shoot inside O'Hara. That's why they want him in. Good work getting himself open, and that's 2 for him. Tell the experience that he plays with. Massenberg.
Big time possession here for Penn.
Trying to get it. Shillingsford can't quite finish. The fight for the board ends up with O'Hara, and McDermott has it now. And the trap not able to get there. McDermott with it. Riley. Coulihan for 3, and he gets it. A 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this overtime for Holy Ghost Prep.
This is the game right here.
That one is short from Kenneth. Dermott really falling down and he's trying to get control of the ball. Riley with it now. Absolutely need a stop for the Patriots. McDermott. Out to Coulihan. Just happened to be there for the big moments in this one. Gave the lead near the end of regulation. This one's knocked away. Kenneth coming the other way. Finishes off the layup, and it's an hour 3-point lead for Holy Ghost Prep.
Big turnover, big steal there.
And the trap coming this way. Really swiped away by Massenberg right in front of us. The sheet has it. Working it to O'Hara. 1:35 left. Cross over there, falling to the ground. Both the defender and dribbler, Rashid and Purnell. Riley with it. We're going to get a foul on Massenberg.
That must be the 5th on him.
Massenberg. Some big free throws throughout the game. Obviously the one knotted up and sent this one to overtime.
Also, it's a tough spot. You had a chance to win the game. You know what I mean? And then now you're fouling out, so you're not going to be a part of the final minute 14 to go here. So hopefully we can I'm not trying to talk you into missing, but we can get advantage of an opportunity and maybe get this lead tied up again and carry on.
Riley off the mark. O'Hara, though, been big on the boards, pulls down another. And now we approach a minute left. Holy Ghost Prep just going to be careful with it. Riley, McDermott, and they're going to foul McDermott. That's Dublin picking up the foul.
It looked like they chose to foul McDermott. That doesn't seem like the guy would want to foul at this point in time in the game, but they must have an idea of what they're trying to do here.
McDermott's knocked down a couple triples. Free throw, gets a friendly roll. That's a 4-point lead. Coming out of this, if you have it off the inbound, assuming he makes this, what's the plan going up the floor?
It's my wife calling me there. My plan is try to get the ball up here and see if we can get a quick score, a layup, and get a timeout and get back into the pressure. So
now a 5-point lead for the Firebirds. Dublin with it. Coming up the floor. I'm trying to get Shillingsford involved. A good cut, a good look, just not able to finish.
That hurt right there.
And now McDermott taking up the floor. McDermott to Schmidt. Riley. They're going to foul Riley. Riley missed the free throw about a minute ago in game action time. He'll look to try and extend this 5-point lead, and that, like you said, that was just a tough miss from Shillingsford. Knocks down the first, extending the lead now. On the edge of 2 possessions, could make it 3 with another one right here.
Well, you know, we talked about being able to, 2 things, get the game into the 70-point range, and then we talked about trying to finish the game off, get it down to 1 possession and finish the game off. And they didn't get to the 70-point range, but they did get the game down to 1 possession. We just couldn't get the free throws to win the ball game. So,
Kai off on that 3. And now down 7. Going to get the foul. 16 and a half seconds. Holy Ghost Prep looking to move to 8-1. And for head coach Tony Chapman, 896 wins.
He knows how to do it. He knows how to do it. And his team fought a tough game down the stretch. I really felt like it was a game that they really should have lost here. But, you know, when it comes down to executing in game time situations, this team is a little more mature and a little better at that right now.
McDermott, good from the line. So seconds tick down here. Dublin going to fire away off the mark. And Riley just going to dribble this one out. Holy Ghost Prep takes this one 61-52. Tony Chapman's up to 896 wins for his career. And Rap, I'm going to give it to you for a quick couple of thoughts on this one, and we'll get on out of here.
Well, you know, actually it was a better game by Penwood. We played a good game. Unfortunately, we just couldn't make the couple of plays that you need to win a ball game. A couple of free throws, a couple of missed layups, and so really what we had happen was we let another close game get away. But it's a good effort and some progress. Some of the young kids played better, and we'll see if they can carry them forward.
Well, a learning process certainly for this team as they continue through the season. Again, weird to say it's early season in February for high school basketball, but that's where we are. We'll be back here from the shoebox, I'm sure, very soon. But for Rap Curry, I'm Ray Dunn. Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Penwood Basketball. Again, Holy Ghost Prep taking this one 61-52. You've been tuned in to SFBN.
Go Wood.